Okay, hello and welcome to my Facebook Live today. I'm just checking that I'm in the right place and my sound is off and everything, so we shouldn't get any feedback. Okay, before we start, I'm going to just tell you a funny little story that's just happened. Oh dear. Just had to run upstairs, which is why it was very suddenly. I know it was just about on time, but I was getting stuff ready and I'd put my chamois, wet chamois, shall I say, on my chair and forgot, and then I sat on them. So I needed to go very quickly upstairs and put a different pair of shorts on because I really didn't want to sit here with wet shorts for any length of time. So tip for today, don't sit on your wet chamois. It's not very comfortable. Anyway, right, so I thought today I would use this Inspiring Imperfections, just sweet. I've not used it on a video before. I'm just trying to find it in the catalogue, and yeah, as usual, the minute you've put it down you can't find it again. Here, there it is. Okay, so yeah, it's Kintsugi Inspirations. It's the sweet collection, obviously taken from the Japanese art of repairing crockery and precious things with gold. Took me I didn't think I would get this to start with, to be honest, but it grew on me. I love the papers. I think the papers are gorgeous, especially this one. I can show you the papers. Let me show you the papers. Oh, bear with me while I move all of my bits and pieces. So lots and lots of gold, which is lovely, and then on the back this is like a swirly. You could use this because it's really quite swirly. Let's see whether you can see that. Oh yeah, you can. You could use that like for a C, so even for scrapbooking. It's a bit as though like waves, maybe. I don't know, maybe not. It's just me. Let me open this and find these. So we have a blue Misty Moonlight version with petal pink little delicate flowers. This is another one with the gold, and then bits of the different patterns, and on the back you've got these little like little flower motif. We've looked at that swirly bit. Let's see what else is in here. Oh, this is my favourite, so it's absolutely gorgeous. Loads of gold, and then this in petal pink, another lovely background. There's more, we haven't quite finished yet. So this one is like a pale, I think this is cloud cover. Yeah, so cloud cover, one of the new in colours. And then on the reverse of that you have these, the flowers, the vases and the cups all cut out with the dies, or you can fussy cut them. The flowers may not be quite so easy to fussy cut, but I'm sure if you take your time it would work. But definitely the vases and the cups. And I think, have I shown you? Oh no, there's still one more to go. This one is in basic beige and gold, and then on the back it's another blue with a little pattern on it. So I think that's all of them. Just double check. Yeah. So they are really pretty, really pretty. And I don't, you know, I'm not a, no, I don't really call things pretty that often. But yeah, they're really nice. And there's, I'm trying to remember where I've put things. So this is the little gems, that gold gems that go with it. So they're nice. There is a embossing folder. This is just one of the small embossing folders, and I can show you I have embossed some different colours. So this is cloud cover. You could even use the back, still looks nice. Then you've got the white, and I've done it also in Misty Moonlight. So that's a really nice embossing folder. What else do we have? Oh yes, the dies. Oop. Dies, and there's a stamp set somewhere under my catalogue. So I've only just, literally just used the vase as I was just starting to play with it. And what I did with that was quite simply embossed it in gold, and then I used a blending brush just to add some colour to it, just to see what it would look like. So that's the stamp set. The dies, you've got, see, the cup and the vase and the flower that cut out from the paper, as well as from the stamp set. Then you've got, this is like a label for, obviously it fits some of these. And then you've got, these are like little, if you can see on here, they're like little delicate flower sort of dies, which I can't get off. See if you can see, I should have cut some out, I suppose. But yeah, it'd be a nice little outline. And then you've got the two, you could use this as a branch and put the flowers on it maybe, but it's also cut it in the gold, and it's, you know, for the cracks. So you've got the option of cutting gold foil, or you could Versamark and then heat emboss the stamped image in gold to get the cracks and have the same effect. So I really like that. Oh, and this one here cuts that stamp out. So I've not done a lot of playing with it, so we're going to see, there's some examples in here, and as you can see, this is a good example of so they've embossed in gold foil, cut it up, and then they've used the lines on top of another embossed piece to add the gold in that way. So that's really nice. And then, as you can see, this one here has got those lines being used as branches for the flowers, and they've also added a gold crack line to the vase. So there's lots of different things you can do with it. Obviously you can just use the gorgeous papers. I've got, what have I got here? I've got some bits and pieces that I've just sort of like prepared a bit of, but not done a huge amount with. I did do this card, which is really simple. You know, it is literally just letting this gorgeous paper do all of the work, and then the happy birthday is from the beautiful butterflies, and I've just added a strip of the gorgeous paper inside. So that's a really simple card. We can go to the other extreme. I didn't design this. It's Liz Shannon, a very good friend of mine and fellow demonstrator. She designed this amazing kimono girl card. She just had the one embellishment there, but my first time of making it, it wasn't exactly spot on, so I needed to add a couple more to make it look like a chain. But as you can see, it's on the embossed folder as well, and then that's in cloud cover. So that's the only two cards that I've got made. I have got some bits and pieces that I've cut out one of the flowers and that. I've got, what else I've got? Another one of those. And of course my gold embossed vase. But I think what I'll do, I've got some blanks there that I've already done. But what I wanted to do really was show you, first of all, some of the ways you can use this. So I'm not going to heat emboss again on this one. Just need to find some bits of white. I've got tons of scraps of white. But I want to try and use some of those up. I'm going to stamp this in Misty Moonlight first of all. Okay, so it really is beautiful, that stamp. The detail on it is amazing, and just find my stamping scrub. Well, it's my chamois actually. I know that I'm not sitting on it now. So while that's just sitting there a moment, I'm going to just get out my embossing buddy. For those of you that don't know this, you just rub it over the card. It takes away the static, so that when you use the embossing powders, you're not getting the powder stuck and then obviously heated in places you don't want it. Right, here's the, so it will fit. You can play around with this, and obviously you can chop some of it. It doesn't have to go right the way up, but I'm just going to place it roughly how I want it. Trying to get it hopefully like that, and then I'm going to get a block and pick it up, so it'll stay that shape now that I've picked it up. Whether I will be able to get it exactly into the right place, I don't know. Let's move that out of the way. This is Versamark, so it's a clear ink. Got to remember where I put it now. Somewhere like that, I think. Okay. So while you can't see that at the moment, let's just tip some of this gold on top. Okay, so you can see where the gold is now. There's a little bit there missing. Let me think I can just scoop that up with. It's better. And I have my heat gun. I will apologise now for the noise. I'll just let it warm up a minute. If you've never seen this before, it's always a bit of a wow. At classes and stuff, because of the effect you get. Pop that out of the way. So there you go. As you can see, it's now gone to gold, shiny. Makes it go sort of liquidy but hard same time. So I can cut that out now. So I'm not going to bring the big shot over it. I'm just going to turn around and cut that out quickly. Say quickly, nothing's ever quick, is it, when you've got to move things? But right, let's pop that on there. So right, almost done. Okay, so as you can see, it's now cut and just looks like a vase with gold crap on it. I think they're both really effective. I do like this, and you could probably do this in, well, you could do it in all different embossing powders, maybe, and then colour over it with blending brushes, so that you know, once you've coloured it in with the blending brushes, if you wipe a tissue over the top, then whatever colour you've done will stand out against that. Okay, so that's that. I wanted to show you that element to start with. Right, let's have a look, see what else we've got here. I want some paper. Where have I put all the paper down? And the one I am looking for is this one. So first of all, I'm going to cut some a strip which is 5.5 inches by 3 3/4. So against a white background that really stands out, but I don't want it quite like that. So if I've got 5.5, I want about I want a strip in the middle that's maybe, what's this, 1 3/4. So I'm going to be cutting it. So I just got to get a bit of maths going here. That'll be 2, so I want it about there. So I'm going to first of all cut at 1 7/8, and then another one that's 1 7/8, and we will see. This should give me equal amounts. So it can go like that. And then I guess we can either put a bit in there or we don't have to. We can just stand that out on there. I'm thinking as I'm going, so it's a case of seeing what comes out of this. Okay, so I'm pretty glad that I'm doing my live today. Yesterday was 30, 33, 34 degrees here, and just too hot to do anything. It's still about 28 today, so it's still really quite warm. We've had a lot of hot weather this year in the UK that we're just not geared up for it at all. And it sort of just makes it really difficult. You know, we don't have the air conditioning in the houses that a lot of countries would have with those sort of temperatures in the summer. And last night was pretty awful for sleeping. So I'm hoping tonight might be a bit cooler. Right, I'm going to place that about there. And then we can do a little, there's a little "I'm here for you" which would fit quite nice. I probably should have stamped it before. Wasn't necessarily what I was planning on doing. But it's fine. Just make sure it's up the right way. So yeah, just a little stamp down the bottom, just to let somebody know you are thinking of them and that you're there if they ever need you. Okay, so that's a really quick and simple card. So I'll pop that one out the way. This cloud cover, I love this colour. The ink pads are normal big ink pads, so like this sort. There was some issue with the chemicals in the ink and the ink pad, and it reacted, and Stampin' Up weren't happy with the quality that you then got from the stamp, from the ink pad, because they couldn't basically guarantee the colour. So they were available to buy on the option of knowing that, but they weren't getting any more. So what I've done is I've bought a pack of these uninked stamping spots, because they're, bear with me a moment, I'm just trying to get the fan blowing a bit more. It is getting hot in here now. They are a different makeup to, so they're like, I don't know what they are. I don't know what they are. They're sort of fabric, I suppose, rather than foam. So that's a foamy one. And these, I don't know if you can see, it actually looks like a piece of material. So they're a fabric pad, and I've bought the re-inker, and I have added the ink to the re-inker. So I mean, you can see that is totally drenched in it. So, and I've used hardly any. It goes down to about here. So it will, you know, I could add some more now it's settled. But, you know, you just literally add it on. And this one will work fine. The colour will be fine because it's a different makeup of the pad. So that's just a little idea. I mean, you could, if you wanted to do, if you haven't got loads of space, or you want a load, if you want some different colours, you could buy these. I think, I'm going to look this up, I think they were about £8.50. I've lost my catalogue since I had it. Oh, honestly, things do disappear in this room. Let me find them. Inking spots. They're a really good way to get lots of colours, because you could buy ink, and ink. Thinking, right, page 33 I think are the coloured ones. I will show you those anyway. As you can see, we do some little collections. I just want to check, because anything that is in with the in colours should be on offer this month as well. Just so, I mean, it's literally just double check. There's lots and lots of things. So, I mean, this paper that we're using is £13.60 instead of £16 at the moment throughout August. The stamping blends are £8.71 instead of £10.25. Just trying to find whether there's... So the ink refills, these are £4.46 instead of £5.25. Yeah, so this set is £15.30 instead of £18, and the same with these. So they're on offer because they include, that one includes cloud cover, and that one includes Darling Duckling. So because they've got one of the in colours in, they're on offer. But you can buy packs of 5. Oh, really need to find these. I'm sure they're not an online exclusive, but I will just double check. Perhaps they are an online exclusive. I thought they were in the book. Okay, let me look at the price. Uninked spots. Okay. All right. So 5 are £9.50. So you get 5, and then obviously if you've already got ink refills, great. If you need some and you want you know, you want to get like the in colours, you'd need 1 pack of these and then the 5 in colours, and it would be a lot cheaper than buying the full size. So it's something to bear in mind when you're, you know, if you're looking at the, oops, just spilt some coffee. If you're looking at storage space, costs, wanting just, you know, wanting the in colours but not wanting the expense of the big ink pads. Okay, let's get back to some crafting. I don't know what I'm doing now, so let's have a look. Put this one on. Put that on there, or we could do a white on here. Might do this one. Start with, I would use either lots of liquid glue or a stamping seal to put this, just to make sure you get plenty of glue to hold it down. Obviously when you use the stamping seal, once you've stuck it, you've stuck it. There is no pulling it off. So you need to try and make sure you've lined it up as well as possible. Okay, so now I cut this earlier with the view of this could sit on there. It's very, again, very simple, but you know, it's, we don't need to make complicated cards all the time. Sometimes simple is just much better. It would help if the glue came out, wouldn't it? I was going to layer that first, but it doesn't matter. I just wonder. Yeah, it's okay. I'll give up with that one and find another one, I think. I have so many pots of glue. And the thing with the heat at the moment is the glue seems to have a mind of its own. Try and cover that so they don't all escape. Again, so this is just a little, I think it was, I'd like to say I could remember, but I can't. 2 inches maybe. Yeah, 2 inches by 3.5 for the Misty Moonlight's rectangle, and then 1 3/4 by 2 1/4. I'm going to pop this on with some dimensionals. Now I know this looks quite light, doesn't it? And I don't know whether I might be able to get it a bit darker. We could do that. I didn't want to put huge amounts of pressure on it, and get a blob. I was doing it earlier, but maybe it's better, a bit darker. You can see. So you can add as much colour as you like, really. I'm going to leave that side because it looks like the light shining on it a bit. The other option you could do is cut it out of the Misty Moonlight so that you've got a blue vase with gold on it, but because I'm using the white as well, I think this works well. Just hooray, another sheet of dimensionals finished. It's my scrappy bits that get sort of left to one side a lot of the time, so I'm trying to use up all of the little bits that I've got. Trying to tidy my desk a bit more. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that on there. Now I could leave it like that and not worry about a sentiment at all, because that's, you know, don't always have to have sentiments on your cards. Though I think I'm going to just have a look. I mean, we've got some little, you know, in this one we've got nice little ones that are just saying for you, thank you, you know, the happy birthday, just a hello. I think I might use the happy birthday, because I think, yeah, I've got that one out. So I'm just going to then find, I've got a little scrap of cardstock, and hopefully cover that back up before I get covered in ink. Right, so So it's a bit long for what I want, so I'm going to chop it there. Then I'm going to just make a little arrow, and probably I'm just probably going to put it flat down there, I think. And then just add some little gold bits of bling. Okay, and obviously put a white insert in the middle, which I can do. I might even just do a little stamp on there. Doesn't have to be all over it. Okay. So I could obviously go on and on with this, but you know, there's lots you can make with these beautiful, beautiful papers and stamps. So I'm going to leave it there, and I will do some more another day. Okay, thanks for watching, and I hope you get some inspiration from this lovely sweet. Say, even just the papers are gorgeous, and you can do so much with those on their own. So yeah, so thanks for watching, and take care. I'll see you again soon. Bye.